Hey everybody, and welcome to DeeVine DeeZine. Today we're going to take a few old things, make them brand new, and go from drab to fab in this something old, something new collaboration. A very special thank you to Nichelle of the Lioness Lane for inviting me to be a part of this collaboration. Her vision was for us to take 5 articles of clothing and make them over into something brand new and something we would be proud to wear, using only $25. That's right, for $25 we are going to make 5 brand new items out of an old, worn out wardrobe. These are the other channels that are participating in this collaboration. I will have all of their links for you down below. Please be sure to take a few minutes to go and check them out, and how about giving them a subscribe while you're there. The first item that I will be working on today is this sun visor. Just plain and drab by itself, I have decided to add a few jewels to make it fab. These crystals I found on a clearance at Michael's for just 29 cents. And you will also need some fashion glitter adhesive. Using a 40% coupon at Michael's, you can get that for less than $5. Just begin laying your gems on your visor without any adhesive at first, just to get a visual for how you want your final product to look. Place some of your adhesive directly to the back of your gem and begin placing them wherever your heart desires. These bent neck tweezers you can find at Dollar Tree. As a matter of fact, you can get a whole set of 5 for just $1, and it makes doing projects like this super easy. And there you have item number 1 for less than 40 cents. That's right, from drab to fab for 40 cents. Can't beat that. Item number 2 is an old pair of flip-flops that I have. I want to spruce them up because, as you can tell, they are quite stained and dirty and just look like they're ready for the garbage. Taking some dish soap and some bleach, we are going to give these shoes a good old-fashioned scrub. Just simply wet a cloth with some warm water and get to work. There were just a few stubborn stains that wouldn't come out, but overall these shoes look almost brand new. Make sure you dry them well before beginning the next step. You will need some of these self-adhesive gems from the Dollar Tree and some E6000 or any glue of your choice. First, we're going to lay these against the side of the toe strap just to measure how many we need to cut off. We will want to cut these in whole strips. They are connected by adhesive strips in between. That just makes the project so much easier. Now you will notice right here that I did have just a little bit of trouble. No DIY is going to come off perfect the first time usually. If you're having trouble fighting with these gems like I did because of that self-adhesive back, then you may want to opt and do what I did and just stick them right to the shoe, forgetting the glue altogether. The second best choice is probably going to be to use a little bit of hot glue, because I did notice that the E6000 wanted to slip around too much and not adhere to that plastic strap. As you're working with your jewel strips, be sure to place them directly in the center of those toe straps so they look a lot more neat and professional. Providing you already have these gems at home, you can do these shoes for just about 20 cents. If not, it's going to cost you just $1. And how cute are they? Item number 3 is another pair of shoes because, well, I love shoes. I took this black felt pair of wedges and wanted to remove that gold chain just to spruce them up a little bit with some bling. I found these glitter studs at Michael's on a clearance for just $2.49, and you will need some E6000. The first thing we have to do is to cut the leather straps that are holding the gold chain into place. This was a little bit difficult because that leather was pretty tough. Just keep working until you have the items completely removed. Again, you will want to make a dry run. Place your studs on the strap without any adhesive just to get an idea of how far apart you want them to set on your shoe. Once you have that in mind, go ahead and begin placing them. Put that E6000 directly on the back of that stud, and then you will need to apply a good amount of pressure for just about 30 to 45 seconds. Remember, E6000 does take a good 24 hours to set, so it may require you to hold this a little longer than you're used to holding it for hot glue. The little studs that I am using on this project came 6 to a pack, so it did take a pack and a half. That means that this total project cost me about $3.49 plus a little bit of glue. And now we have a little more modernized version of these wedges. So cute and adorable and ready for any dressy occasion. Item number 4 is taking a solid black t-shirt and spicing it up just a little bit. We will be starting with this blank canvas and adding some glitter. This iron-on glitter sheet was found at Michael's, and using my coupon means I paid just $3. I also found these sequins at Michael's. They were also around $3, and of course you will need that glitter adhesive. You first want to mark off the design that you will be using. Flip your glitter sheet, glitter side down, and find you a template. I am using this heart-shaped plate. I am placing it on the back of that glitter sheet and then just using a Sharpie marker to draw off the edge. Now, using a sharp pair of scissors, just cut out your template. When using iron-on patches, be sure that your iron is set to no steam. Go ahead and give your steam button a good push to make sure all the steam is out, and set the heat appropriately for the material you're using. It is now time to lay that template down, and you do want to make sure that you have it as far from the neckline as you want it to be. Make sure you have that measured off before you place down that iron, because once you do, it won't come off. On top of your design, you want to lay down a cloth. And now it is time to iron over that for a full 40 seconds. My recommendation to you is that you do not use a dishcloth like I did, and you will see why. It is probably more wise to use a solid white t-shirt. As you can see, that fabric is grabbing hold of the glitter, and because it stuck to that towel as I was pulling it up, it rolled over on itself on the back. Once again, a DIY project gone wrong. So we're simply going to cut that heart right down in half, and we are going to have to improvise with plan B. Once that has been cut away, it is time to place that cloth down again and just continue ironing until there are no edges lifting anywhere on your design. To get the right imprint of the heart, I decided to lay the template back over that design, and you will notice that I will be taking those beautiful silver sequins and just lining around the outside edge of that plate. This is going to give me a border wherein I can work to fill in the heart for that side. Once those sequins are in place, it is time to take your glitter adhesive and just begin putting it on the fabric to the right side of those sequins. Make sure that your adhesive does not get on the sequins at this point. They are just a template. Using an old paintbrush, it is time to spread that adhesive around and make sure you fill in the entire side of this part of your heart. Now that you've spread that blue completely, take a glitter, any color of your choice. I am using a teal glitter I had on hand, and just give it a good dousing. You want to make sure that all of your adhesive is completely covered. This is a washable adhesive that will still allow the glitter to stay in place, so make sure you're buying an adhesive for that purpose. Give it a good pat down, making sure to apply some pressure as the glitter settles down into that adhesive, and it will take it about 24 hours to set. At this point, you want to go ahead and remove all of those sequins out of the way before they accidentally get stuck to the adhesive during the setting process. Although it takes 24 hours to set completely, you can begin maneuvering it in 2 hours. Once those 2 hours are finished, go ahead and dust off all of that loose glitter. Now we can begin placing those sequins all the way around. Again, with that same glitter adhesive, place it on a blank sheet of paper or cardboard. That will make it easier to use these tweezers to dip the sequin in the glue and then press it to the fabric. Don't worry if the glue shows through, it will dry clear. And now we simply want to follow these same steps, working our way around the complete perimeter of our design. And there you have a beautiful design. Can't even tell it was a DIY gone wrong, all for about $5.50 worth of product. Item number 5 will be another t-shirt. You guys can tell I definitely love the comfort of a good classic tee. This time I'm using a gray t-shirt and will be embellishing it with buttons. This package of neon buttons came from Michaels, ringing in at $1.49, and you will need that glitter adhesive and a spool of thread, any color of your choice, and those can be purchased for about $1 at Walmart. Once again, find whatever kind of template you want and place it down on the front of that shirt exactly where you want it to be. Again, we are using a heart. Place a little bit of that adhesive right on the back of your buttons and then begin placing them around the exterior part of that plate. Again, don't worry if the glue is showing through, it will dry clear. And I highly recommend that you work from the center outward on both sides just to make sure that your buttons are going to line up. Should you have any gaps, you would want it near the bottom of the heart where it is a little less detectable. You could leave it just a heart if you wanted, but I decided to put the word love in the middle, and I simply followed the same steps I have been following all along. One thing you may want to consider is to secure all of your buttons down with that thread that I told you to have on hand. It will add just a little extra security in case one of the buttons decides to come loose from the glue. And voila! For just about $4, you can spruce up any t-shirt. And here we have all 5 items ringing in at way less than our $25 budget. Thank you again, Nichelle, for inviting me to participate in this collaboration. Don't forget to go and check out all of the other channels. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.